Have you ever been locked in a debate that feels like an exercise in futility, where both sides are so determined to defend their positions that any real communication or exchange of ideas seems impossible? It's a common experience, a frustrating cycle where deeply held beliefs act as impenetrable barriers. What if there were a way to break free from this pattern? Today, we will explore the profound implications of critical rationalism, and specifically, delve into one of its core principles, a seemingly simple yet powerful maxim that has the potential to completely reshape how we approach arguments, think about our beliefs, and interact with one another. This approach isn't just about abstract theory. It offers a practical and effective framework for fostering intellectual growth and cooperation. Welcome to Philosophy, Science, and Beyond, a place where curiosity meets knowledge. Our guide in this intellectual exploration is the eminent philosopher Karl Popper. While renowned for his contributions to the philosophy of science, Popper's influence extends far beyond just scientific methodology. He was deeply concerned with the nature of arguments, the processes by which we form our convictions, and the fundamental ways in which we seek truth. Popper identified a critical challenge to productive discussion: dogmatism. Dogmatism is the tendency to adhere rigidly to our beliefs and viewpoints, creating a closed-mindedness that prevents us from considering alternative perspectives, critically evaluating our own assumptions, and acknowledging that we may in fact be wrong. This dogmatic mindset creates profound obstacles to both intellectual and personal progress, and is a major impediment to productive and meaningful dialogue. Popper proposed a radical solution, a counterintuitive approach that he called a magical maxim for critical debate. This principle, seemingly paradoxical, is the basis for all constructive argumentation and critical thinking. He articulated this maxim as follows: I may be wrong and you may be right, and by an effort, we may get nearer to the truth. This isn't just about practicing polite conversation, it's a strategic and fundamental shift in how we approach intellectual discourse. It's a recognition that our own knowledge and understanding of any given issue is necessarily limited, and that engaging with diverse viewpoints offers a pathway to richer and more comprehensive knowledge. This maxim is not a mere suggestion. It is a crucial starting point for any meaningful exchange of ideas, and is an acknowledgement of the inherent limits of our own individual perspectives. Let's carefully examine this maxim. First, it begins with the crucial recognition of fallibility. This concept refers to the inherent possibility that any one of us can be mistaken in our beliefs, opinions, and assessments. It's a call for intellectual humility, a willingness to consider that our current understanding is not the ultimate truth, and that other perspectives may hold valuable insights. This awareness of our own fallibility is the cornerstone of critical thinking and is fundamental for intellectual growth. This maxim emphasizes that the primary objective of an argument or discussion should not be to simply win or to demonstrate the other side's errors, but rather it should be a cooperative endeavor to collectively move towards a more accurate understanding of truth. By prioritizing the search for truth and understanding over the defense of our own egos or preconceived ideas, we foster an environment where intellectual growth, shared learning, and collaborative discovery become the central goals. This is a transformative shift from the dogmatic approach, which prioritizes the defense of existing positions over the collective pursuit of truth. The applicability of this concept is not limited to the realm of scientific discourse. It has relevance in all aspects of our human experience. Consider the various everyday situations we all face, from personal relationships to complex political debates. Imagine a scenario where, instead of steadfastly defending our entrenched positions, we genuinely embrace the potential for learning from those holding differing viewpoints. This maxim fosters collaboration and cooperation, and creates an environment that encourages inclusivity, mutual respect, and a deeper understanding of the diverse perspectives in the world. It's important to underline that Popper's maxim does not advocate for abandoning logic, reason, or empirical evidence. He was a fervent believer in rationality, which he considered to be based on giving reasons and strictly adhering to the rules of argumentation. Arguments typically progress from premises, which are the foundational reasons used as the starting points for an inference, to a conclusion, which is the end result of this logical process. However, it's crucial to understand that even within the most logically sound arguments, interpretation and evaluation remain critical factors. This is precisely where Popper's principle of fallibility comes into play, reminding us that there is always a chance of error in our interpretation and evaluation of information, no matter how carefully we've approached the arguments. In any discussion or debate, it is therefore imperative to acknowledge the possibility of error. The strength of this maxim rests in its power to liberate us from the constraints of dogmatic thinking. A dogmatic mindset is characterized by rigidity and a closed approach to information, viewing one's own perspective as the only valid truth, exhibiting a strong resistance to change and a consistent unwillingness to explore alternative points of view. In contrast, Popper's approach encourages intellectual flexibility, a willingness to revise one's own perspectives, and an open approach to diverse ideas. It is a dynamic approach to argumentation that promotes thoughtful exchange and invites collaborative learning. It encourages a departure from static, unyielding positions towards a more fluid and interactive process where ideas can be rigorously examined, critically tested, and collaboratively improved. This ultimately leads to more informed and effective ways of thinking. This isn't about passive acceptance of all ideas, but instead about actively engaging with the arguments and information presented. It's about what Robert K. Merton called organized skepticism. This framework involves a conscious, collective effort to critically and systematically examine all aspects of an argument, with the aim of identifying the viewpoint that best describes, explains, and predicts events in the given context. It encourages us to move away from adversarial debates towards a constructive approach to argumentation, where each participant gives the other the benefit of the doubt and approaches the discussion with the assumption that their counterparts may have valuable insights to offer. The Popperian approach to discussion involves a conscious act of self-sacrifice, where we willingly set aside our ego's inherent desire to be right in order to allow the possibility that the other person may have a valid perspective to contribute. This strategic decision requires that each individual starts with the recognition of the fallibility of their own understanding, creating space for the other participants' views. This willingness to yield to others' arguments creates an environment for a more collaborative exploration of ideas. It allows for a greater chance of the discussion moving forward towards a more accurate understanding of the truth. This approach is important not only in theoretical debates, but also, and maybe more importantly, in our everyday interactions. So, what are the key takeaways from this discussion? Popper's seemingly simple yet profound maxim is much more than just an abstract philosophical idea. It's a practical guide for engaging with the complex challenges of human interaction and communication. By genuinely acknowledging the possibility that we could be wrong, we create opportunities for personal and collective growth, deeper understanding of complex issues, and collaborative search for knowledge and progress. It's a framework that transforms disagreements into opportunities for learning and mutual intellectual development, and provides a path for a more reasoned and productive world. Additionally, it's worth noting that Popper's approach is not just about logic or reason, it's also about ethics. By giving others the opportunity to present their views, and by assuming the possibility that we might be wrong, we demonstrate a form of intellectual humility that is essential for ethical argumentation. This is what makes Popper's maxim so powerful. It combines rationality with morality, creating a framework for debate that is both intellectually rigorous and ethically sound. We invite you to share your thoughts about this approach to argumentation. How might it apply to your life and the discussions you participate in? Please leave your comments below. And if you found this material interesting, please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more on philosophy, critical thinking, and strategies for improving our thinking and understanding of the world.